Hey everyone, just thought we'd intro the video here a little bit. We are coming down from the Black Bear Pass in Colorado, and this is the start of the trail to the steps and the switchbacks. It's a 7-minute video, and it just shows the fun technical experience that you get to enjoy. And when you see the JT suddenly lurched to one side or the other. We've experienced up to 25 degrees of off camber on these trails, and sometimes it was pretty exciting. Black Bear is a fantastic trail to climb. Coming up from the Ouray side, headed over to Telluride, the trail does climb quickly, steeply, and there are some ledges, what they call ledge roads, along the way. The summit's actually quite open and wide, and you can stop and take all the pictures you want. As you're coming down, it gets more and more technical until the steps and the top of the falls that you can see in the video. As you progress, the trail gets more off camber and narrower in spots where you're literally sidewalls of your tires are touching the bank as you creep along the washouts. And if you watch closely, you'll see several spots where the road and the shoulder completely disappear away from the hood. So you're trying to drive and watch where your tires are placed, but you're leaning out the window to see what's going on, and your passenger spotter is literally leaning out the door, keeping you from hooking on a rock and ripping out a sidewall. The rock is quite sharp and will cut chunks out of your tires quite easily. As you can see coming up, there's a spot right here where you're literally just clearing your mirrors and your sidewalls and the edge of the washout on the other side. As we approach the gap, where you can actually start to see Telluride in the valley below, the trail turns to the right. It's not very sharp, but the video actually makes it look much wider than it is. And you sort of got to pay attention, especially with the longer wheelbase of the Gladiator. The nose has to be just a little wider to get the back tires to clear the rock outcroppings. If you look straight out, you can actually see Telluride coming into view, and it really is that far away. It's a long way down, and you can see the first switchback just coming into view. And once we get to the first switchback, the trail is still fun, technical, and interesting, but the narrowest part so far down to that switchback is just behind us. So here coming into the first turnaround point of the switchbacks to go down the face of Black Bear. Um, you got to dangle the front bumper. The nose of your vehicle has to go out into space to afford enough room. Now, luckily, with the lift we have on the Gladiator, I could back up onto the bank quite high to get a fairly decent shot at the turnaround. You can see the falls, or the first little falls that come into view, and you notice there was a couple more vehicles coming down behind us. There are still coming some very narrow spots where you got to sort of pay attention to where your inside tires are versus your outside tires. Stop for a second to admire the falls, and this is about really the only wide spot until you get down to, I think they call them the Vale Falls, 3 or 4 more switchbacks lower. So this is it for the last of the wide spots to pull out or stop or have a look around. From here on forward, well, it is what it is, and you just ride along. Thanks for watching the video with us, guys. Appreciate it. Go check us out on Life is Wheeling. It's on YouTube, and we're trying to get some video up, and hopefully we can get some music to fill the gaps between the talking. Talk soon.